Hello, my name is Isabella, and I'm gonna be 22 in a month. And there's a lot of things nobody has ever told me about adulthood and graduating from high school, being 21 in general. It's been crazy, so stay for a while, why don't you? So, one of the biggest things that I've had to come to terms with was friendships, and whether that is them moving out of state for college, out of country for college, 5 hours away for college, it doesn't matter. Friends do, no matter what, come and go. My biggest thing is when I was in high school, towards the end of my high school time, I didn't really have many friends, and it did have to do with a lot of things, like a lot of drama, and it was mostly because of somebody I was dating. And when I say was, I'm saying it because it was genuinely the most toxic thing I think I have ever been through in my entire life. There was this one friend that I we're still friends. She decided to move out of state for college, and I'm very happy for her. She is doing so well out there, and that's all at the end of the day that I care about. But the thing that I've had to come to terms with over time is the fact that friends will come and go. When they move to college, they're going to make other friends. And it's okay. It's fine. But the thing that does suck the most that nobody ever really tells you about is when you have a friend that you are so insanely close with, they don't tell you much about the mental effects and the emotional effects on them leaving. Also, let me just add, trust the process. And this is self-tanner. So, yeah, I'm right-handed, kind of can't hide that from the camera. It does suck. It does really suck. But no matter what, if they are meant to stay your friend, they will be your friend. That's all that should matter, right? So, one of my hardest pills I had to swallow is the saying, if they wanted to, they would. And what that means to me is, for instance, it can tie in with relationships, with friendships, even with jobs. I feel like the amount of pressure I've had to get my life together is unreal. I am currently a waitress right now, and I do make really good money doing that. I'm very happy with being a waitress. Is it what I want to do in the long run? Absolutely not. It's not going to be able to support my future lifestyle that I want so bad. And with that being said, I am told left and right to go get a better job, get your shit together. That is just something I am trying and I'm yearning for, but it is hard. Yes, I want to help people. I want to do real estate. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a fashion designer, a jewelry designer. I want to do something that I love. But with that being said, it is okay to not have your life together. Yeah, there should be a point where you should start getting your life together, but at 20, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old, it's okay to not have that shit together, because to keep it real, I don't. And I am yearning for it, and I will have my shit together. People move at their own pace, and that is something that you have to accept. You can't just go at everybody else's pace because you're scared to be left behind. If you're not ready, you're not ready. You will know when you're ready to do the things you want to do. And that is something that I've had to swallow over the years and learn. One last thing that I really want to talk about is finances. I did take a class my senior year. It was called Consumers Math, and it taught us about taxes, renting and financing cars, homes, all of that stuff, mortgages, everything. It taught us everything about that. The one thing that class did not teach about was the potential fall and rise of inflation. And with everything going on right now, I know the world's not perfect, and I guarantee it will never be perfect. But with inflation, prices on everything are skyrocketing. Shit happens. But when you are trying to make a living, to be able to feed yourself, to be able to afford electricity, to be able to afford plumbing, the last thing you're thinking about is the last thing that you are going to be thinking about is how much this is, how much that is, because you are tied with all of these bills, and it does suck. But once you get a good career going, you will be able to afford things. Growing up, I was handed a good amount of things. But once I was able to start working, I had to buy absolutely everything myself. And, you know, I'm not complaining. It did teach me a lot on how to be an adult, and I am very, very thankful for it. Because being an adult now, I know when to stop spending. I know when to be able to window shop and not buy it. When you see something that you really want, come back to it in a week if it's still there and think about, do you really want this? Because me personally, I want a lot, but I can't get everything. So if I see like this dress that I really want, I'll think about it. Come back to it in a week if it's still there. If I still want it, then sure, I'll get it. But if it's not there, or if I forgot about it, clearly I didn't want it enough, and it was just gonna be another thing added to the hundreds of clothes that I have. And that's that. Because, honestly, there is no because. It's just life. Life, at a point, it does suck, but you will make it, you will break through, and it will all be okay. I just wanted to conclude this video by saying that no matter what, your time will come. You will get the job that you want. You will be the successful person that you want to be. And it does take time, but you will get there. You just have to try. And with that being said, thank you for watching my first ever YouTube video, and have a great day.